Welcome to Lincoln, Kansas. And behind me is the courthouse here, Lincoln County Courthouse. And Lincoln is also known as Lincoln Center, but most people just refer to it as Lincoln. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the history of it. And we're gonna walk right down through, walking from the courthouse to the downtown right now. We'll show you that, tell you about the history. A lot of people, you know, when I walk through these towns and there's very few things going on, ask me about that, and it's because it's a Saturday morning, first thing in the morning, and often in towns like this the businesses aren't open on the weekends, or their hours are limited a little less than they are Monday through Friday. So if you're wondering why there's like not a lot of activity, that's why in most of the videos, because I'm usually out on the weekend. So let's take a little walk down Main Street and learn about Lincoln, Kansas. As we leave the courthouse, we are walking down the main street here in Lincoln from east to west, and we'll check out a lot of the older buildings. So Lincoln, which is also, like I said, has been called Lincoln Center, but most commonly known as Lincoln, is the county seat of Lincoln County, and that was named after Abraham Lincoln. And originally the settler George Green, who founded the town in 1870, named it after the county. The center was added to the name because it's basically located in the center of Lincoln County. Kansas became a state in 1861, but the county wasn't formed until 1867, and it was originally part of Ottawa County. And then when Lincoln County was trying to figure out the county seat, it went back and forth a couple times. Originally it was Lincoln in 1870, and then a vote relocated it to nearby Abram. And then again in 1872, there was another vote, and it became Lincoln Center, was the county seat, and it's been there ever since. Then the town started growing and was incorporated as a city in 1879. And it's officially referred in the U.S. Census as Lincoln Center, but the city government and the local Chamber of Commerce refer to it as Lincoln, and that's the way it appears on maps. Lincoln started growing quite a bit in the late 1800s and on into the early 1900s. The Kansas Christian College was opened in 1885 in the town, and then the Union Pacific Railroad opened a branch through the city in 1886 that was very important, bringing mail service from the east. The courthouse burned down, and as you saw earlier, in 1899, the new one was built out of the native limestone known locally as post rock. Telephone service came in 1905. In 1906, the city had its first power plant. So speaking of the post rock limestone, in 1989, given the widespread long-standing use of it all around the county, the Kansas legislature named Lincoln County as the post-rock capital of Kansas. As you can see in the census, the population hit 1,000 for the first time in the year 1890, and it went up 6 consecutive times until 1940, when it peaked at 1,761. That was in Kansas a lot of times where there was the drought, obviously the end of the Great Depression, but it maintained a good population for a couple more decades, then slowly starting to get smaller. Still has 1,171, and as you can see, it has a terrific downtown. Now let's take a look at the rest of the town. made my way over to the Lincoln Cemetery, and one of the coolest headstones you'll ever see. This is called the Traveling Salesman headstone, and it says on the headstone, "Here is where he last stopped." And the story is a 42-year-old traveling salesman passed away here, and this is where he last stopped. So that's, who knows if that's actually what happened, or if somebody had some fun with wanting to be creative with their headstone. But it's a good story anyways, and a great place to finish this video. Lincoln, Kansas is a fantastic little town, and kind of the epitome of the small town USA videos that I've done. And you know, I can say that if it wasn't for doing these videos, I probably wouldn't have visited a place like this. And there's so much to offer. There's so many great historical places to see. Being the county seat, it still has quite a bit of importance, fortunately, even though the rest of the county does not have near the population that Lincoln does. So it's cool that they're able to keep that up, and they've worked hard to try to, you know, recognize things in the county, and especially in Lincoln, for people to come and see. So if they're going to make that effort, I'm going to continue making that effort, and hopefully you appreciate it. And if you're in the area ever around Lincoln County, check out Lincoln, Kansas, aka Lincoln Center, and you'll definitely not be disappointed. Thanks for watching this video about Lincoln, Kansas. If you like this video, there are several ways to support the channel. You can donate by hitting the thanks button under the video, or purchase Travel with the Wiseguy merchandise. In the description of the video is a link to my website where you can learn more about the channel and sign up for my newsletter. And if you aren't interested in any of that, I'm just happy you took a few minutes out of your day to watch this video and learn more about the history of Lincoln, Kansas. Now on to the outtakes. Teaching them how to farm early over here.